an Empire Boxing and Unlearning Network production.
Welcome back to the Empire Boxing Podcast. We're super excited to have these two legends in the house. We've got one of our fighters on our July 16th card, Artem, and his coach, Lewis. And we're going to dig into you guys a little bit today.
Let's do it.
How you feeling?
Doing great.
Good? All right, cool. You got your water still. We're loose and all that. All right, good. Let's start with you, Artem. Tell us about how you got into boxing. Give me your superhero origin story.
I'm from Belarus, right? So, I'm started with approximately 10, 11.
Okay.
It's kind of for the countries which were part of Soviet Union, it was kind of a custom, let's say, for each family to have a children who participate in any kind of sport. Well, if you like already, let's say 9, 10, 11, grade number 5 approximately, you need to go to some sports section.
Right.
And sport, it was in 90s, end of the 19th, right? It was very, very popular to train somewhere, right? And I'm started, before boxing, I honestly started with some taekwondo, but it wasn't my thing, honestly. Like, when I came to boxing gym, I'm already understood that that's what I need.
You were hooked, you knew it.
Yeah.
You could feel it.
Yeah, and it was very interesting, actually. We still have this kind of a tradition in the boxing gyms in East Europe. You come first time, you mentally need to be checked. Like, you go to sparring right away without experience with the guy who else don't have
I was
experience.
hoping we would go here. Okay, come on, give me more.
And I just sparred a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, so is it just me, or do most Canadians have this vision that like boxing in the Soviet Union is no fucking joke, and you guys are all tough motherfuckers.
Yep.
And like even the kids, it's like, so this is correct. My assumption is correct. Like you guys came out the gate badasses, yeah.
Okay,
just say it.
Let's say it's like
yes. Okay, cool. So, and 10 years old, you're a little kid. You're in the boxing gym. Did they put a mouth guard in you, or they just put the gloves on and say, "Go to town"? Yeah, come
yeah.
on.
Mouth guard, helmets. Yeah, well, helmets were totally different. They were very old styled.
Right. So it's like thin leather, probably.
Yes, was very like rough.
A little bit of wet
leather.
paper towel underneath the lip, right?
So kind of, and you just do what the coach tell you to do.
Yeah,
you
right.
just
because if you talk back, what would happen? Like if you were like, "No, I'm not doing that." What would?
Well, you just leave the gym. You will never come back.
Get out,
but you can't.
never come back.
You choose a way. You just go right to the end.
Right.
And there wasn't another choice, and I just sparred.
Amazing.
Well,
and how was tell us about your first sparring experience, if you can remember, as a little kid. Were you crapping your pants, or were you just like, let me?
It was absolutely untechnical.
Yeah.
Well, it was just like fight between little children
just
somewhere behind
instincts.
the school, or like between some bullies, something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy. I mean.
So did you fight in school? Did you get in trouble when you were kicking asses? No.
Honestly, no.
Okay.
Also, for the boxers, it's very, very important that you don't use some many techniques in such cases.
Like headbutts.
The best option just to run, honestly. Well, because if you'll be in trouble, you will never probably compete again.
Right.
I got this lesson very well.
Yes.
Never fought. I don't even remember. People just didn't want it to.
Amazing.
Fight well.
Oh, this is great. Okay, so 10 years old, you had your first experience, and you weren't scared. You were hooked after that. You knew you wanted to come back, and this is what you wanted to do. Or did it take a bit of time?
It's not like, let's say, right. I was like under some stress, right? Because it was very unusual for me. But I just fought.
Right.
I just fought. I understood that I just need to fight. Do what I can. And do everything what I can just to win my opponent. That's it.
Amazing. Now, did you ever dive back into Taekwondo? Did you visit that, or was it from that point on you were boxing?
Can you say it again?
Because I think you mentioned you wanted to compete in Taekwondo, or you wanted to train it, but then you felt boxing was sort of it for you. Did you go back and try?
No, never.
Right on.
I respect all kind of martial arts, but it wasn't a little bit for me.
Wasn't for you. Amazing. Now, Coach, let's go to you, because I understand that you also have a fighter's backstory. Let's hear it.
Born and bred.
Oh, yes.
That's it. I'm from South America, Georgetown, Guyana, Albaistung Street, and Albistung Street, I don't know how I could put it here because we really don't have a street here that represent Albistung Street in Georgetown. We were fighting since we were kids.
Right.
You know, the older cousins would pit us against all the younger kids.
Yeah.
That was like the
They were
weekend
laying bets
sport.
down
Oh, yeah.
on who'd survive.
Well, yeah, that was a
Savagery.
weekend sport, you know.
This is my family.
But, you know, I remember growing up, you know, I was bullied in school, you know, by this kid all the time. And, right, every time school was over, I would just book it home.
Yeah.
I'm running, man. I'm
Yeah.
gone. I'm out of there. And,
Tie your shoes up real tight before the bell?
Every time, man. So my first fight was with this guy, was one of my friends, a girl, you know, back then, the crush, you know.
Yes.
My first crush, my first fight. And
So wait, you fought your crush?
no,
Or
no,
your-
no, no,
okay.
well, no, I didn't fight the crush.
I was like, this is an interesting
Yeah,
love story.
yeah.
This took a real turn. So the crush was the reason for the fight.
Oh, yes.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
you're
The bully was bullying her.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. He
So-
wanted your girl.
It's just
Maybe
bullying
he was just
guy.
he was just a
bull-
jerk. What was his name?
I don't even remember.
He doesn't even
man.
remember. If you're
No.
watching this,
Yeah.
shame on you.
Yeah, I don't
Shame
even
on you.
remember. You know, but yeah, so he started bullying her, and as scared as I was, it just happened.
Right.
You know, and I beat the shit out of this guy. Man.
Yes. And then
You
let me
know.
guess, he never
Never
bugged you again.
Never.
I love the way I love when these stories turn like that, where the bully gets
Oh,
their
yeah.
asses kicked and
Yeah.
they just send them home with their tail between their legs.
You know, so from that day on, I started watching. I used to go to movies every day as a kid, and Bruce Lee was my guy. Jackie Chan was my
Yes.
guy.
Yes.
And after I watched these movies, I just practiced all the moves.
Yeah.
And I'm outside, you know, shit, it probably
Beating
wasn't
up a
even the
tree,
Right moves. I
just-
was do whatever, man,
Yeah.
you know. And I was hooked.
Wicked.
You know, I was hooked. So yeah, I know, getting excited.
Yeah, he's throwing fists already.
Moved to Calgary in '81.
Calgary.
Yeah.
No way. That's
Yeah.
where I'm from.
Did you go to school in Calgary?
I did.
Where do you go?
Dr. EP Scarlett High School.
Grandin.
Grandin. I always played y'all in basketball. We whooped your asses.
Come on now. Come
Yeah.
on.
Grandin,
Jeez.
if you're watching this.
It's all good. We hold it down in wrestling, football. It's okay.
You know what? I was actually really upset because my high school never had a wrestling program,
Yeah.
and I would have loved to do wrestling.
Yeah.
So I think that if high schools have that, they're superior in my opinion.
This is good, man. But so we moved to Calgary in '81. Moved with my sister, and I remember befriending a Asian guy at the time. And one Saturday, he's like, "Hey, come, I'll take you with me." I'm like, "Where are we going?" He's like, "I'm gonna go to martial arts school." I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I know nothing like that.
But
man.
you had a flashback to Bruce Lee and Jackie
yeah,
Chan. You're like, I'm
yeah.
in.
I was hooked.
Yeah.
I was hooked. You know, I got there. I could believe these guys were learning martial arts, you know.
Right.
And I bugged my mom, and I started Taekwondo. I've
Wicked.
done Taekwondo for 17 years.
Wow.
They never lost a fight in Taekwondo.
Undefeated.
Undefeated in Taekwondo. But the thing I did when I started martial arts, because also you have to do the test for the stripes and the belts and all
Yes.
these things, I didn't agree with it. So I never tested.
Right.
I never tested. I was a white belt 17 years ago in my dojo. I was a white belt.
Undefeated white belt that would just
I did
smash.
that, because when I got in there, because I've always been practicing when I watch these shows, I was more experienced than a lot of guys in there already.
Yeah.
Where I was doing kicks, these guys were just trying to learn, right? So I did that just to show people that it wasn't about a belt. It's you.
Right.
It's all about you.
Yeah.
So I got bored of that, and I started Tough Guys. I did a few Tough Guys shows. I did some no rules fights,
Excellent.
and boxing was my thing.
Wicked.
That's it.
And how
So,
many years did you compete as a pro?
15 years. Yeah.
Did you
15 years.
did your taekwondo instructor ever give you your belt after that and just give you some stripes or whatever? Just
No,
like
whenever
respect,
I go to
man.
yeah, when I go to tournaments, I just take my belt.
Wicked.
Yeah, and I fought, right?
Wicked.
So yeah, but yeah.
And then when did you retire?
in Taekwondo?
In boxing.
Oh, in boxing. I think my last 2007 or 8. Yeah.
Great. So we can look forward to your comeback this year.
Oh, hey, sign me up.
JY.
Sign me up.
JY Kim, if you're watching
Hey.
this, we've got a comeback fight already scheduled.
Hey, I'm dead serious, man. If you guys got a fighter, I'm in.
Hey,
So much fun.
I
Right?
guarantee nobody will fight me here. I guarantee that, brother.
JY, are
Right?
you listening to this?
JY knows me.
Okay, great.
Guaranteed, man.
Okay, I'm in.
Now you get me hyped up in here,
I
man.
know he's excited. Woo! This will be good. Artem, let's bring it back to you. Tell us about when you came to Canada and sort of your first boxing experience on North American soil and how that compared to what you had experienced at home.
I came to Canada approximately 4 years and 3 months ago. Well, first time I lived in the area of Abbotsford, right there. I trained there too, and I just came to the gym, and honestly, I was like 206 pounds. Like
Beefy.
yeah, well, and
What are you right now?
It always 175.
Take down that Canelo vegan diet.
Yeah.
Kind of. Well, it always was my problem like I hate it. I hate it so much.
You hate food.
I like
Come
food.
again. Oh, he likes food. Oh, okay.
I like
you
to
hate
lose
the
the
weight
weight,
cut.
yes.
Who does though?
I increased some weight, a little bit, just 206 pounds. Yeah, and
That's why you aggressively turned down my Sour Patch Kid offer.
Yeah.
I understand. All right.
so and when I just came to Canada, I have 2 fights here.
Mm-hmm.
I fought twice, lost. Lost. That wasn't absolutely my weight, and I can breathe. I can feel myself good. No stamina, no endurance at all. Right. So especially for my height, I lost 2 fights. Well, I'm like the organization of competitions here. Well, of amateur fights, I wouldn't say that there are some significant differences.
Okay.
Just except maybe differences between the boxers and a kind of a North American
That's
school. And
maybe what I was digging for. What's your opinion on the Canadian? Everyone just settle down right now. The Canadian athletes compared to back in Belarus. Do they measure up toughness? Is there a
Let's
bit
say
of grit?
by comparing with the East European region,
Yeah.
Russian region, Ukrainian region. Well,
Be honest with us, Artem.
This is a safe space.
Yeah. I like stirring stuff up if you guys haven't noticed.
Pretend the cameras are on.
In general, I would say fighters they're better. Well, in Ukraine and Russia, honestly, by comparing some, for example, even the Olympic Games, right? Check some stats on it. I mean, in general, guys from Russia, Ukraine, they all like
The
Lomachenko, good
Usyks, the
example.
Lomachenkos.
Usyk,
Yeah, absolutely.
They always have some medals. Well, people live there by boxing is alive there. It's for some people, even in some countries, it's kind of a surviving, right? And it's something like that there.
Yeah, I feel like there's a different sort of bred mindset when you're fighting for something or because of something versus just my parents got me into this sport and I like it or whatever. Like and there's no good or bad with this. It's just like sometimes you get just that different sort of, there's that switch. And I noticed that fighting some different girls from the States, right? Depending on where they were from or the Mexican fighters. And there's a different switch that they can flip.
Man.
They're fighting for something. Yep. They're fighting out of something often.
Definitely.
So it's interesting that you noticed that a little bit too. I mean, some of the Ukrainian boxers and Eastern Europe boxers are some of the best in the world. Their footwork, their movement, and the continuing to like create angles and continue throwing in angles. It's absolutely beautiful to watch. Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. So, what's your style? Do you emulate? I should ask you that. What would you say your style is?
It's different.
Okay.
Pressure.
Okay.
Pressure.
Lots of pressure.
Okay.
Lots of pressure.
Pressure.
Well, it's very aggressive style.
Yeah.
Very aggressive.
And was that like innate in him, or is that something that
No, that's
you dragged out of him?
Funny. I'll tell you a little story. So
we love stories.
Yeah. So I had one of my fighters. I was training. He'd done a few amateur shows, and he wanted to do some pro boxing. So I've trained this guy for about 3 years off and on. Then COVID, whatever, right? Anyway, he came back and we started working out, and I took him down to a Robin's gym, Beyond Boxing, because I've known Robin for a while. He followed my career. This guy was there. So Robin says, yeah, come on in. You're going to spar Artem. Yeah, so I took my guy there. My guy was so scared. He was so scared. Like, I swear, he didn't even hit him hard. And the guy said he had a concussion. So I said, you know what, man, go home, relax, and I'll talk to you in a few days. But after the sparring, I spoke to Artem. I said, man, we should hook up. I'll get you back in the game, because he was 200-something pounds when I met him, and I explained to him. I said, think about it. And then he called me up probably a week or so, and he said, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So I talked to my guy. I said, you know what, this is not for you. you know right away.
Right.
And I'm a guy, you know, I've been doing this over 30 years, you know, so you see it in guys. You know, I have guys
They
called,
want to want it.
yeah, definitely. Definitely. You know, but the one you see every trainer is different. And I work with the mind. Yeah, everybody can punch. Everybody can punch. Right? I work up here.
Right. I love
You
this.
know.
Let's unpack this more.
Yeah.
Because I think I was even trying to ask some of our other guests, you know, like what's sort of your mental game, or how do you train that mental game? Because you're right, everyone can learn how to throw a jab, and like yes, there are, let's say, genetic differences in certain people and how fast they can be or how slow twitch they can be, how much endurance. But the mind is a different kind of muscle. So, what is your approach on kind of tackling that in an athlete, or also maintaining that?
Yeah. So I have to go back to myself. So I don't know if you guys read anything about me. I'm self-trained,
Pretend we did.
self-promoted. There you go. Self-trained, self-promoted, self-managed. And why did I do that? Because I started boxing in Calgary, and I went to this gym.
What gym?
Back then, it's Champion, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I won't say the guy's name, but so I got in this gym, and the trainer wouldn't look at me. He wouldn't do anything with me because he had some pro fighters in there. So he concentrated on them. So I just came from martial arts background. And I would hit this bag like for 2 months straight, just my own. And then one day he said, I got a kid. Could you spar him? You know, the kid was a little bit lighter than me. I said, no, I don't want to spar him. He's too small. I like the big guys. You know, he said, no, he's good. He has a couple of fights, you know. And we got in there, man, this kid just let go on me. I'm like, okay, it's game time.
Yeah.
You know, and I fold this guy up in the corner. He was crying. Right after that happened, the owner comes up to me. He's like, oh, man, you should turn pro. I said, thank you. And I'm
Yeah,
out. That was it.
absolutely. This is like every time I
Yeah.
go shopping in like designer stores, they don't say hi to me. Like she ain't buying nothing.
Yeah.
And then the odd time you buy like a
Right.
keychain or something, you're like, see?
You know, so from that day on, I said, that's it. You know, I'll do everything on my own. It's my blood.
Yeah.
I want to dictate what I do, don't do. And so going back on the mindset here, you know, I grew up where you have to believe anything, man. Nothing is never given to you, right? So I was always an underdog in all my fights. I won my title because I'm an underdog. So, you know, I don't let people in my head. And I just visualize everything, and I see it. And even with Artem, you know, we started working, and I try to get him to relax. Don't be so tense. You know, you're doing something you say you want to do. You want to fight. So why are you pissed off?
Yeah.
Why are you angry? Shit, I get to punch you in the face. Now worry about it. You also get to punch me in the face. So
It's your choice whether you worry about it or not.
definitely,
Yeah, okay.
right? So
Interesting.
that's my mentality with everything in life. If you choose to do it, just relax and do it, man. You know, and things will work out.
Amazing.
Right? But the minute I tell all my fighters, we're in that dressing room, I'm looking at you. And if I see one glitch of anything in you that you look at this guy and says, oh shit, he's bigger, he's stronger,
Right.
we're not fighting.
Really?
We're not fighting. No, that we're done.
Okay, so here's a question for you, Artem. First question: how was that difficult for you to adopt these mindsets and these strategies, or was it challenging for you? Do you have a seed of doubt you had to tame?
I can understand the question.
So was this style of like working on being confident and calming down, did that come easy to you, or was that hard?
Well, yeah, it's kind of honestly during all my, let's say, amateur career when I fought, it was a problem for me to a little bit to relax. Well, especially when I started I fought my first years. You know, I just was like, I'm a tank. I move forward,
That's
no
it.
obstacles,
Yeah.
and
Right.
it wasn't good. Honestly, it wasn't good.
Right.
I also changed a couple coach back then in Belarus, and they work with that also too. But it was my constant problem to a little bit to relax. While I was ready to go right to the end. I was ready to fight, but I wasn't ready to do everything properly what I really need to do. So
Right.
this was the problem, to be completely, absolutely relaxed. While I control myself, I never fear it or something, but
Okay.
you do mistakes. Sometimes you do mistakes when you're too emotional, and this is a problem. And that's what I need to deal with. And that's what Lewis always, he told me, and he telling me, that's the problem when you need to always fix, always.
Control those emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Very cool. Very cool.
Definitely. But it's number one, man. You can't look at nobody. Nobody's tougher than me. No one. You got to beat my ass. And even then, I'm going to fight you again.
Yeah.
You know, you can't look at anybody and say, oh, shit, he hits harder. He's stronger than me.
Yeah.
I fought guys I should never been in a ring with.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
I've had a few experiences with the phrase, you know, like he or she looks good. I'm sorry, like you look good? How do you, how is that? Because Tyson Fury is a blob. And he's fantastic.
Yeah, sure.
And no one who didn't know anything about boxing would look, I'm just picking on poor Tyson Fury, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like, it's like no one would look at him and go like, oh man, he's a world champion. Like, he doesn't look like a prize fighting, like, you know, bull or anything like that. So this idea of like someone looks good, like boxing dismantles that completely.
Right. I'll throw a name out. Okay?
Hit me.
Chauncey Williver.
Okay.
When I turned pro, I did a lot of fights in the States. All right? You look up Chauncey Williver, and you're welcome, Chauncey. Hopefully you remember Chocolate
When Jason's
Thunder.
editing this later.
That's
we're
right.
gonna have
Yeah. Like you said, this guy was hell overweight. Hell overweight, man. When I saw this guy, everybody said, Lewis, watch this kid, man.
Really?
Insane.
Yeah, it's
insane
like
fighter.
Butterbean.
Yeah. I heard he's doing a comeback.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it, but I mean, now that
everybody's
you're
trying
back
to
in the
cash
pool
in, man.
too, maybe we just go open weight class and we just send it. Hey, Empire Boxing Promotions brings you the gauntlet. Crazy, interesting. Okay, I love this. Artem, let's bring it back to you. Yep. So if you're not boxing, what are you doing? What other things are you into?
Working.
He's into working?
I'm
okay.
into working.
What do you do? What makes you money?
It's construction.
Okay. And you like it?
No.
Okay, so he's not into it. He has to do it because rent needs to get paid. This
That's
is
right.
This is right.
Well paid.
But and then one day, let's get that bread.
Let's get the bread.
I like that the pigeon has a dollar sign.
Yep.
Yeah, chain. So okay, let's put it this way. Do you want to be a champ? Like, do you want boxing to be your full-time gig? Is that what you want? You want to be a champion? Never have to work another day of construction in your life?
Would be great. I mean, like to make money by just to fight. Well, oh yeah, well.
Sign me
you beauty people. Well, you make money by doing that. I mean, you do what you like to do. It's great.
Right. Amazing. So the first time you saw him spar, your boy, and what was the things that you noticed about him?
Pressure.
The pressure, and then
I've never seen anybody. I've been doing this for a long time, like I said.
Yeah.
And I've never seen no fighter. He was out of shape, but still, he had the pressure.
Come forward.
He has the skills. It's all there.
So how have you taken that raw pressure, and what kind of things did you say, okay, these are the things I need to work with him on, and how has that evolved to where he is now heading into this July 16th fight?
So he's listening to you. Okay, the thing with Artem, I'll tell you right now, he has to trust you. If he don't trust you, it doesn't matter.
Do you want a Sour Patch Kid?
Right.
I'm working on it.
You might get him after.
By the end.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
I have nothing else to offer in this
it's
room.
all good.
Okay.
It's about trust.
Yeah.
And like I tell guys, listen, I've done this thing. I know what it is. I know how to do it. Just listen to me. Okay? I'm a very calm person. I'm not a yeller, screamer when I'm out fighting or coaching. And that helps you fighter.
Right.
I'm not one of these guys go crazy. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
When we're training, I train by numbers. He has to get used to what I'm saying. Like I tell him, in the ring, you're the puppet. I'm the puppeteer. I'm going to control you. But when I call, you got to deliver. So you need to be in shape. So that's what we've been working on. It's
awesome.
It's that relaxation. You know, he still hasn't hugged me yet. I always try to give him a hug, and we're not there yet. You know, again, we'll get there.
We will. By the end of this podcast, there's going to be a hug, and it'll be the Empire Boxing Podcast first hug.
There you go.
I'm already warming him up. He's smiling.
You know,
okay.
Artem is a great guy.
Yeah.
You know, when I learned about this show, I spoke to Dan. I said, Dan, this is the guy. And I'm telling you guys, You haven't seen anybody like Artem.
Wicked.
I'm telling you.
We are so excited
right?
to see you
Yeah,
fight.
Definitely.
Amazing. I love this. Now, Artem, tell me about your diet. I know that you're saying that you don't like cutting the weight. His face, I was trusting you. Now I don't trust you. Talk to us about kind of like what are some of the challenges you go through when you're cutting weight and with the nutrition specifically?
Honestly, just right now, first thing when I came to Canada, people here really, especially on the West Coast, worry about like healthy food. So much and all those even different approaches, like
it's a
different
whole
sections
culture
in the-
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Different sections in the grocery store. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm trying to just focus on that honestly right now.
Yeah.
And of course, slow carbonates, all those things. Definitely no fast food, no
Right.
kind of such things. Well, I was a student, right? And I know what is it to be a student,
Yes.
to work part-time somewhere, and at the same time to go to university. And I know what is that fast food, know what the style of life is that,
Yeah.
but it's not good.
Not
It's
sustainable.
definitely not good. Healthy food, like I said.
So what are you having
no.
for dinner tonight? Careful, your coach is listening.
Wedges.
Veggies.
Lots of wedges. Fruits,
Canelo,
just-
if you're watching this.
Yeah.
Fish, for
Fish.
example.
Okay.
Right.
Amazing. Now, what's going to be your post-fight meal? What's your victory meal? What are you having
Was a fight?
after the fight?
After the fight.
After the fight, yeah. Well, he's already thinking.
Unfortunately, I think it will not be super healthy.
That's okay.
Probably.
Tell us exact quantities. Like, are you having 6 Big Macs, then 2 orders of
no,
nuggets? Like, what are you
Steak,
having?
Man,
No.
we're going steak.
Yeah. Okay, where are we going? I mean, where are we going? He's like anywhere that has steak. Black and blue. We're going to Gotham.
I'm thinking highs, man.
Highs.
We'll go highs. We gotta celebrate.
I have some. I have a gift card for Earls. Probably go
Okay.
there.
Okay.
So,
All right. I think you keep that gift card and you go
Yeah.
big after the fight. All right. Now, what did you study in university?
2011.
Okay. And what was your major or what degree do you have?
Bachelor degree.
Bachelor's?
Yeah.
In?
It's tourism, management and tourism.
Oh, wow.
Well,
And have you ever worked in the industry?
no, don't
Okay.
like it.
Don't like it.
No, and unfortunately, I understood it too late.
Right.
That it wasn't my thing.
Right.
Uh,
I think a lot of people go through that. I think a lot of people grind it out in university only to leave
Not
going,
me.
I'm going to be a boxer.
Not me.
Well,
Got a
me either.
scholarship. No, thank you. I'm going to work.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm just fun employed.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Amazing. Now, walk us through. So we got kind of the nutrition side of things down. He likes his veggies, his fish. He's watching what he's eating. He's cutting weight. What does it look like for you in the gym? What does a typical day in the gym with Coach Lewis look like for you?
can you repeat this question?
Yeah.
again?
So when you walk into the gym heading into training,
Yeah.
walk us through what your training looks like.
Well, of course, stretching. We start stretch.
Okay.
Honestly, experienced no stretching, so you'll get lots of traumas, injuries. It's usually simple running, skip ropes, weights, some weight work, and we're doing with Lewis lots of pad work, working on the back. So mostly
Right.
with the pads, discussing some technical things, right? And finishing with sit-ups. Lots of sit-up sets. Well, it depends. Sometimes CrossFit, of course, different.
Right.
Well, but usually it's like that. Yeah.
And do you program his strength and conditioning?
No.
No?
No.
Or you outsource?
No. So right now, Artem is doing majority of his work on his own, unless we're doing our pad works. I love pad work. I think it's that's something everybody should be doing. Heavy bag, I'm not into it.
Can
do
you
that
can
all
you give
want.
us a little like of in your opinion why you prefer one over the other?
There's no technique to a heavy bag. There's no technique. You could beat the shit out of a heavy bag and just stand in there.
Absolutely.
Your opponent's not going to stand there, man. Right? So I love pad work.
Awesome.
You know, that's what I do. Not only that, the pad work gets us engaged. And
Yeah.
again, it's that listening thing. he has to listen to me.
Right. And what describe to us a bit of your pad work style? Like what do you like? Do you like, simple, short, useful combos? Do you like a little bit of flow? Do you mix it in? How does that look?
I mix it, but I'm a short combo guy.
Yeah.
No, listen, everybody's different. Throwing fucking 12 combinations.
Yeah, if you get an opportunity to dust your opponent with
you
12
just finish
punches.
It up. Yeah, fuck, give me a break.
Yeah.
Nobody's standing there for 12 punches, right?
Yeah.
So I keep it simple. Keep it simple, keep it basic. I know what his strengths are. Mm-hmm. We work on it. Mm-hmm. We have a couple punches he's fantastic at.
Right.
We work on it.
Right. Are you gonna?
When I call it, he's gonna no. Nice try though. Nice. You'll see it. You'll see it. And he loves it.
Great answer.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, as a coach, I don't try to change a fighter's style. You do that, man, it's no good.
Well, I think that happens quite a bit too. I think a lot of coaches will try to make their fighter fight like them, or a style that they try to emulate.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
That's just retarded, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. You won't get canceled.
That's not a way to do it. I want to enhance what he has.
Yes.
He's the fighter.
Yeah.
All right, it's me trying to take him apart and fight like me. No, it doesn't work.
Why do you think some coaches do that? You think it's a bit of an ego thing?
It is an ego thing. Okay, and I think a lot of these coaches out there, they get lucky where, I've trained a few good fighters in here, and they end up leaving, going to another coach, and I think the coach says, "Hey, I got somebody here. Let me try to do my thing with him, so I can make him my guy."
Right. But really, they just hit the jackpot with someone who's already quite talented and skilled.
They didn't do nothing with them.
And proficient. Yeah. I think actually creating a boxing talent, like a proficient fighter, is like if you can fine tune the system in place to be a fighter factory, then that's the golden goose right there, really, isn't it?
Work with what you got.
Yeah, interesting.
Otherwise, you confuse them. Mm-hmm. You confuse them.
Right.
I can't change his style, and I wouldn't want to.
Right.
Right. Like I said, this man is a pressure cooker, believe me. All right? Whoever's in the ring, if you don't have cardio, man, your stamina, the fight's not out. I'm telling you, he's a pressure cooker.
Wicked.
I'm excited about this guy, man. Yeah. I am excited. I got fucking goosebumps right now talking, man.
This is amazing.
All right?
You're gonna get that hug.
I'm getting a hug,
put
man.
That money on it. I'm putting money on it right now. I'll put 2 Sour Patch Kids on it. You getting a hug after this. Artem, what do you love about Lewis as a coach? It almost added to it there for a second, though.
Because of translation.
The drama.
How to like.
Oh yeah.
Say it properly.
Say it in Belarus.
That's it, man. Yeah.
We'll get some.
We'll translate it, man.
Get some subtitles. Yeah. Bless him. I mean, he's doing this in a second language. That's wicked.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing which I really like, is that he is always telling me to calm down, right? And he's always like.
So he's
honest
like with
that.
you too.
Honesty too. Well, like he said, we need to trust each other, right? This is the first thing. Well, and I see that he trained with me with full dedication. That's very important.
I believe in you, man. I believe in you. That's it. All right.
Yep.
Awesome. I love it. So what are some of the biggest hurdles or like biggest obstacles you've had to overcome as an athlete in your own personal life?
Well, it was sometimes when you lose. Well, it's just simply very, very difficult to take it. Just lose. Simple example. Yeah, just you're losing, and like I'm just remember my first loss. I won like let's say my first 6-7 fights. And after when you lose the first time, this I mean like mentally also this is a very difficult obstacle, to get it. That well you just go through that, you pass it, and that's it. You just learn your mistakes, fix your mistakes, and just move forward.
And is that you? Are you just competitive, or is that something from Like, did you have pressure growing up as a kid to be perfect, to get it right all the time?
No. It's just competitive.
Just
Competitive
purely
since-
competitive.
yeah.
You're an animal. I can see this already. All right. So that was kind of the hardest thing for you, was overcoming losses.
Not the hardest, but well, yeah. I just remember, like I said, my first loss, and
Yeah.
just
Did you find it lost your confidence a little bit? Like, did you lose your confidence about that loss and you had to get it back?
what's my confidence?
Or like your
sorry about that.
belief in yourself, your belief in
Well,
yourself.
kind
Did
of.
it
Yeah,
shake it?
that's very actually good description of the situation. Yeah. Well, you lose first time. Yeah, it's always you feel as that you lose this.
Yeah.
You lose your confidence a little bit in yourself. Yes, and like I said, you just fix mistake. You just learn.
Yeah.
You just calm down, right?
And focus.
And focus.
Yeah.
Focus on the next target. That's it.
Yeah. Awesome. And so that's kind of what you were talking about, just
Yeah.
working
Yeah.
through some of those.
It's, the fear of any athlete is doing bad.
Yeah.
Okay. And, like I tell my fighters, I said, listen, I would rather you lose your first couple of fights than to go 30 and lose that one. That's what'll kill you. Definitely.
Well, you have 30 fights of fan expectation,
right.
expectation of
Right.
yourself, and boxing, like the boxing world is vicious. You
It
know,
is.
like you're
It
the
is.
champ until you lose, and then nobody cares about you anymore.
You
and
know, like I said, I fought a lot in the States,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember my first few fights, the booze, man, the lights, it's, it drains you.
yeah,
But you know what? My first couple of fights, I lost, I think, my first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I got into my second fight, like Artem said, yeah, your confidence is shot, obviously. But you know what? I had no fear no more. It's like, fuck, I'm already down. I'm
Yeah.
already down.
Does it get worse?
Not only
Not
that,
really.
I'm an underdog. I'm expected to lose. Let's go.
Yeah,
When I get nervous, when I fight at home, all the shows I've done here, because all my guys are there.
Yeah.
I gotta win.
yeah,
This is Lewis. He gotta win.
yeah,
Right. So I love being an underdog.
yeah.
There's no expectations.
Right.
Okay. So
The only way to go is up.
is up.
Yeah.
There's no other place to go.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what I tell everybody when it comes to sparring.
Mm-hmm.
If you're scared to spar, man, what the fuck you can do when the lights come on?
Yeah,
Get knocked out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But all these guys that come in, all these fighters today, everybody want to be Mayweather. They don't want to do this fight. They don't want to do that fight. They want. I have good amateur fighters call me, and they want me to get them wet paper bags to fight. If you don't know what I mean, we're boxing guys. You guys know
Yeah.
what that means.
yeah.
That's what they want.
People
They-
want the
they
easy
straight up
fight, the
tell me that.
walkover.
Yeah.
yeah,
I've never had one.
yeah.
I've never had one.
Do you find that that's more? You're finding that more common in Canadian
Yes.
boxing than USA boxing?
Yes.
I found the same.
It's
as
all
well.
about the looks now.
Yeah,
And this everybody's a social media star. They're on the bags every fucking day, and they tell you this, tell you that. I'm doing this, doing that.
yeah,
Fuck, fight.
yeah.
I could say some names on that, but we'll leave that alone too.
It's like fight-
I'm sure a lot of people
Yeah.
know,
or don't,
right?
and just
listen, man. The bags don't hit back. You look good. You look good.
you look
You
good,
look good,
but
but
yeah,
scared to fight.
yeah.
Okay.
And I
Scared
mean
to fight.
that truly weeds it out right there, isn't? It's like boxing has become supersized, right? Like it's become even the word I could use is like pornified in a sense,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's and everyone wants to say they do it, but when it comes to like the dog fight, they can't be found.
They do
and,
it on social media, man.
yeah, right. And then that's it's like that's okay. You just recognize where you are in that.
Yeah.
If you're a fighter, you're fighting.
We ain't got too many here, man.
Yeah, and
I'm just being real.
and if you're just doing it for fitness, that's
Then
cool.
say
but
that.
like, don't be like,
Yeah.
I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and
You
one-
never had a pro fight, but you talk your shit every day.
yeah.
I
yeah.
see you beating up the bag every day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Nah.
you mad at that bag or something?
Yeah.
Did it say something to you?
A lot of these guys are out this way, and I find the same goes for coaches too.
Yeah.
That, COVID has started a whole rage of coaches.
Interesting.
Everybody's a boxing coach.
Well, I feel the same even in just the training industry in general. It's
Yeah.
just like everyone's a S&C coach these days.
Like I tell everybody, man, when they call me, they ask, why do you charge what I do? I said, well, do me a favor. Google the guy you're going to go train with. and Google me. And we could talk after that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Google him. See what he's done.
Yeah.
You can't find him? Hey, it's your money. Do whatever you want to
Yeah.
do with it.
Interesting.
Right? This is not my job. This is my passion, man. I do it
Right.
for my passion.
Right.
Right? Like I said, find me a fight, you'll see.
Right.
I'll be there.
Right. So this is your moonlight. What's your daylight?
What don't I do? I'm a realtor.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I have a landscaping company.
Okay.
I teach boxing on the side.
Yeah.
You know, and now I'm trying to do the promotion thing, promoting fighters, right?
Right.
So that's where I'm at.
Okay.
But you know, shit, if I could fight tomorrow, I'd be fighting too. I love this stuff, man. I enjoy. Hey, I'm 50, brother.
JY.
This is what 50 looks like, man.
JY,
Okay.
I mean, like, you're not 50, but you could
It's
be.
all good.
JY.
It's all good, man. Yep. I love this thing. It gets me grind up.
Oh, I love it.
Like I said, when I encounter somebody like this, man, it's got to go.
Awesome.
Right? We hit it off, and I'm going to take him as far as he wants to go. Now, where I want to do is what he wants to do. I'm not the one to ring, right? But I could make that journey easier
Yeah.
if we connect.
There's this really cool meme I saw. I believe it was a drawing or it was a photo or something, and it was talking about the boxer athlete as sort of a visual, and it was the boxer stepping on the coach's hands, which were the ladder rungs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I always thought that was really cool. It's like, you know, it's like the sort of analogy of a leader is you're actually at the bottom pushing everybody up.
Yes.
Leaders don't lead the charge. They're not the first one taking the step up the ladder. It's the boxer.
That's right.
You know, climbing the ladder that
Yeah.
the coach builds for them. And
That's what I tell him.
it sounds like you guys have that kind of
That's what I tell
relationship
'em.
together. So we're
This gets stronger, man. It
yeah,
will.
we're super excited to see you guys do your thing. Now, let's get some fun questions going. See how much we can make you smile.
There's one. I gotta ask you, Jana has a favorite movie, and she asks everybody about
Well,
it. And
I want to hear what Artem's favorite boxing movie is
Oh boy,
first before
I got mine already. so.
Okay. Favorite boxing movie?
Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Mm.
Well, okay, Rocky. Well,
we have a
Rocky.
big
It's okay. It's okay.
Rocky.
We
It's
have a
okay.
big
Southpaw.
I got mine, man.
Okay, hit me.
The champ, Ricky Schroeder, the champ.
The champ.
Yeah,
From my
champ.
Silver Spoons. Right
Yeah,
now?
brother.
Wow.
Hey,
What?
go check it out.
Google this. Dan, have you seen this?
Go check it out.
The champ.
The champ.
Wait a minute.
I'm out of the loop on the champ.
I didn't know he did anything.
You'll be
Silver
surprised
Spoons.
who's the main star in that one. You'll be surprised.
Wow.
Was that before Silver Spoons?
You're saying so
It
many
is.
words I
It
don't
is.
know.
It is. The champ.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, well, now I'm just excited.
Go ahead, yeah.
Well,
I'll do my research.
tell me why you like Southpaw. We'll start there.
You know, not a super movie specialist. I just
You're not a movie expert. That's
Yeah,
okay.
well-
Why did you like it? You like Jake Gyllenhaal? Think he's cool?
not because of that. Well, I like actor, of course he's good, but
Okay.
I mean, I don't know why. I can explain. I just like this one. Well,
Right.
like I said, I like Rocky. So,
Were you
also-
inspired by the Rocky movies growing up as well?
Who isn't?
Yeah, right? You just slap on that gray sweatsuit and find a staircase. Anyone will do. Yeah. As I'm not even gonna bug him. He's so
What is
sweet.
yours?
I don't like Southpaw.
What
I thought
is
it was
yours?
so bad.
What is yours?
I don't know. I like Raging Bull and like Hurricane
Okay.
and yeah, but I just found that I couldn't do Southpaw. But bless you,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not gonna bug you. I bug a lot of people, and you're very sweet, so I'm not gonna bug you. Okay, tell me about your boxing playlist. Like when you go and train, what music do you like? Is it Belarusian or is it Canadian?
No,
American.
No, well, mostly rock music.
Rock music.
Mostly rock
Favorite band.
Classic, AC/DC,
Yeah.
Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, Metallica, Slayer.
Sweet. Oh yes.
Kiss,
Now he's got a list. We hit the sweet spot.
Black Sabbath.
Okay.
Just the classic rock music.
Yeah. So is that what you guys are hitting pads to in the gym
Maybe
too?
something different.
Well,
Well,
we
I
got
like
everything playing in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's in there.
Okay.
Yeah, but now I know you like AC/DC. Mine was Thunderstruck.
Wow.
Well, that's my fight name, Chalka Thunder, right?
Ooh, are you
That was your fight.
amazing? Are you gonna come out to some AC/DC?
We'll see.
Ooh, okay. All right, cool. And so you echo that. You like some classic rock as well.
Yeah, you know, I listen to everything, man. I'm more 90s. I'm a R&B guy.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, The new stuff, I'm not into it.
Okay.
I'm a 90s.
Right, so
I listen to 90s every single minute of the
Lewis,
day.
unwinding,
Yeah.
8:30 p.m. on a Thursday night at home, heading over to your bar, pouring a little whiskey. What do you have on the speakers?
What do I have in the speakers?
Yeah, R&B. Like.
Anything from the 90s.
Okay.
Anything from the 90s.
Awesome.
I gotta ask you about that nickname. You know the famous basketball player that owns that nickname, right?
No, but who was the other fighter that was called it?
Daryl Dawkins.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah,
fan.
yes.
That was
Yeah,
Jonathan
okay.
Thunder.
Now, who was the other fighter that... Okay, Joe Louis.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
So can Daryl Dawkins own it if Joe Lewis
I'm just saying,
preceded?
I'm not saying.
I think they called him... Yeah, that was
Right.
his name back then.
Can you own a nickname? Has anyone
No.
You could try to trademark.
You could try to
You can try to
trademark
trademark it?
Yeah.
like Mike Tyson's face tattoo?
Yeah.
If you mess with that
Yeah.
tattoo, you're getting served by Mikey T.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Yeah, that happened in
Yeah.
the film industry not
Yeah.
long ago. I remember that. I remember at the time I was being booked for something, and they were like, I think I'd been booked for something, and then they found out I had tattoos, and they were like, ooh,
Whoa. You
like, and
gotta
it was
check
just,
it out.
It was a sweet spot for everyone. No one wanted to deal with
Yeah.
tattoos at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Anyways, I digress.
Yeah.
So, if you were a matchmaker, you're a promoter, and you could promote yourself and create a fantasy matchup between any boxer in history, you versus any boxer from the past, who would it be?
Oh, wow. It's hard to say. Well, my wager maybe.
Who?
I mean, like, I didn't get the question.
Okay, so it can be anyone. If you could fight anyone from the past, a
if,
boxer.
If it would be a professional boxer.
Yes,
Right?
yes, not current, from the past.
From the past.
Who would it be?
From the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, like someone
The old
who's
days.
retired.
Yeah.
An old boxer.
Like a Mike Tyson or Roy Jones.
Yeah.
Ali, Tyson. Well,
Okay. I honestly, Mike
Be a good
Tyson
fight.
versus
Be a good
Artem.
fight.
Yeah.
God, they're both
Mike,
pressure fighters. Yeah.
If you're watching this,
We got it, man.
don't be upset about the face tattoo comment. We got to fight for you.
Yeah, we're just trying to get that bread, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
We want a pigeon with a chain.
Shit, I've been calling out Jake Paul since he started his rant, man. I got it. I'm trying to get paid too, man. You know.
Yeah, honestly, can we promote your fight with Jake Paul? Because we'll all be mega rich after
Guys,
that. Okay.
I'm on his thing every day, but he's not responding to me.
You know what? I'm like 3 degrees separated from that guy. I'm going to work on this for you. I'm
Do
gonna
it,
work on
man.
this.
You know?
So
3 degrees.
I'm like 3 degrees separated
Yeah.
from everybody. So if you could fight anyone, any current boxer, who would it be? A current professional.
Bivol, maybe.
Ooh,
Oh,
I was
nice.
hoping
Jesus.
that we were going to get. Okay, that's a great
Yeah.
answer. Now, what would your strategy be to fight Dimitri Bivol?
For sure, you need to have very good stamina, endurance. Need to breathe all 12 rounds very well, and
He likes throwing combos. Like
Yeah,
he'll throw
yeah.
3, 4, 5 punch combos.
and distance. I think it's not a good idea to work with this guy on distance. Wow,
You got to stay on him in
standing
close fighting.
constantly in the close fight.
Yeah.
Awesome. So then your pressure fighting would be your asset there. Just keep coming forward.
Yeah.
Don't let him work on distance.
Yeah, because he's quite long too, isn't he? He's quite long. Interesting. Okay, so Lewis, I'm going to throw you the same question. I'll get you to match him, and then we're going to match you as well. You're going to match yourself. So if you could have Artem fight any current boxer, not Dimitri Bivol, who would it be?
Lomachenko.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Okay, these are all great fights.
Yeah. You know, because of the styles, right? Lomo's a mover. He's a pressure fighter.
Right. Now, do you
Right.
think Lomachenko beats Haney, Kambosos? Like, who else is in that division?
No, he won't beat Laney. I think, you know what? I think with Cambos, what happened with him, winning the 3 belts, just like Timo, it gets to the head. It's fame, instant fame. It's like you just won $50 million. What do you do?
Yeah.
Right? But Cambos is a great fighter, man.
He is a great fighter.
That guy, he just, you know what? Haney's just on a different level.
Right.
He's smart. He's young. You know, he's been doing this his entire life. He's relaxed. And that is the key.
Yeah. And do you think some of the home crowd like the home crowd sort of Jimmy's got to our boy George?
Of course.
Yeah, I think
I
so,
just
too.
said that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
you
he's on-
fight at home, you
Pressure.
have to win.
The pressure.
Yeah, you
Oh my
have to
God.
win.
Yeah. It was
Right?
like when Anthony Joshua came out with like just infinite fireworks.
Yeah.
Like it was like the most insane walkout. I was like, you better win,
Yeah.
son, because that was one hell of a walkout. Like I also like
Yeah, yeah.
I had time to make dinner before he got in the ring, and I'm like, how much money
Yeah.
did Eddie spend on this walkout?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I would be pissed. I'd be like, you're
Yeah,
paying me
yeah,
back for like
yeah.
15 minutes of that firework
Yeah.
demonstration.
You know what? I'm not a fan of shit talking nobody. I like to
Just
smile.
show up and
I just show up. I love to smile.
Yeah.
Because, I give you a target as soon as I meet you. It's my teeth. I'm gonna laugh.
They're
Laugh at you,
fantastic teeth,
all
by the way.
They're all mine.
yeah,
They're all mine.
I-
Everybody try to fix that.
I've been a
but-
little jealous actually
Yeah.
this whole time.
But like I said, when I fought, I was the shortest guy in my category. I fought 168 to 175. Everybody's big. There's only one place that's trying to hit me. So as a fighter, you have to know what your weakness is to who you're fighting.
Right.
Where they going to attack me? Nobody's attacking my body.
Right.
It's too low for them.
Right.
You got to move your head. I got no scars. I got no scars.
Stay pretty.
man.
Stay pretty. So
30 fights in boxing only. I'm still pretty.
yeah, and that grill is
All right.
amazing.
And the grill is great.
yeah.
Right.
Now, if you could fight anyone from the past, who would you fight?
Yeah, it would have to be Roy Jones.
Awesome.
I fought on his undercard too.
no way.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, tell us about that
Yeah.
experience.
So we did. Well, he
Did
did.
he come out to his own music?
Yeah, he did.
Of
yes.
course he did.
Yeah. I came out to his music too.
We got to
so-
get Artem
Yes,
in the studio here pretty quick. You can come out to your own music.
Yes.
Be a rapper.
It was a show that this was coming along in his career. Obviously, he did a show in the States, and I was on that undercard. I
Okay.
never met him or anything. I don't chase nobody. I just
Right.
go. You know what? When they called me for a fight, I don't study fighters. I don't give a shit.
Right.
If I meet you on the street, I'm not going to ask you for a video of you. We're fighting.
Right.
Right? Again, that's just my mentality.
Of
I don't
course.
need to know who I'm fighting. Just tell me if he's southpaw or he's orthodox. I'm good to go.
Right.
I fought a lot of
Crucial
southpaws.
information.
I love them too. So
Yeah.
I love the southpaws. But I don't get involved in that.
Right.
I just do what I'm going to do. Right? I'm a hooker. I love to throw hooks. I'll throw a hook from a mile away. It doesn't matter. I'll tell you I'll throw a hook. I'll hit you with a hook. That's what I believe in.
Do you like using that kind of gazelle punch where you sort of come forward with that hook a little
I
bit?
do that, but I also have a crazy overhand too.
Oh, wow. And okay, these
Right.
might be some of the punches we can look forward
yeah.
to
You know,
seeing.
but you have to know what your strengths are. You have to know what your targets are. Like when I'm training people, I said, listen, you dictate, you tell me how to hit you. You tell me where to hit you. Right? So that's the way I train. And we do some drills on that. If you throw a certain punch, you're open in a certain way.
yeah,
So that's why I said you need to be relaxed.
right. Because you have to be able to
Right?
see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I remember when I started fighting, I couldn't see nothing. Well, you fought too. It's you just tunnel. It's me and you, and
Yeah, just swimming.
Yeah,
Head
yeah,
hunting.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then after my fourth, fifth fight, I'm talking to guys while I'm fighting.
Yeah.
That's the beauty.
Winking
of it.
at a cute girl on the
Yeah.
side of the ring. Yeah.
Everybody love an athlete.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
The guys too.
Yeah.
Not just the girls,
Of
right?
course. Of course.
Every fair share for everybody.
Of course.
So I know once Artem relax, this man it's I'm telling you, man, I've trained a lot of people.
Yes.
I've trained a lot of people.
Oh, we are so
right?
excited.
I
even more
just
now.
got to get him
Yeah.
to just relax.
Yeah.
There's no pressure. Just relax.
Right.
You got the skills. Just calm down.
Right.
This is fun.
Right.
This is fun, man.
Yeah.
Go out and have some fun.
What statement are you hoping to make with your next fight?
KO.
Yeah. Okay, so everyone on our card wants to knock the shit out of each other. This is great. I think we nailed it. Awesome. Okay, so you're gonna go for the KO because he's coming for you too. You know
Yeah.
that.
No, he ain't got none for us.
He ain't got nothing for
He
it.
ain't got none. He hasn't even seen him. I have.
Right.
That's not his thing.
That's not his business.
You know what?
Yeah.
When I met Artem and he decided to let me work with him, I thanked him, number one, because it's an honor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But I said, Artem, all you need to do is do you. I take care of everything else. You don't need no shit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you if he's southpaw or Arthur, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Don't need to be scrolling on his Instagram being like, he
no,
looks good.
You know
though.
what? that's the new mentality shit.
For sure. And it's a slippery slope.
Not interested. Because you know why? You're going to look at this guy fighting this guy. It's like, oh, no, he's not fighting me.
Yeah, you're going to make your mind up that it's some kind of way, and then it's going to present itself differently.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Good.
Just train.
Nice.
We're going to show up to fight.
Yeah.
You're going to fight. You're a fighter.
Yeah.
Don't worry about nothing else.
So you're calm, you're cool, you're collected, you're going for that knockout. You have a wicked coach in your corner. The relationship that you guys have seems amazing. And there sounds like there's a journey ahead for both of you in this sport. And we really look forward to having you on our next card, July 16th.
The only bad thing is, we don't have a lot of sparring over here because I know he's going to be fighting a few of these guys.
Yeah.
And
it's tough.
We're not interested in sparring
The pool
these
is
guys.
small,
Yeah, it's small.
so if you're watching this and you're an amateur boxer, just turn pro already.
Yeah.
Right, Nayusha, if you're watching this.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Awesome. Gentlemen, it was an absolute pleasure to have you on the podcast.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for coming.
Awesome.
It was lovely to talk to you, lovely to get to meet you. And we can't wait to watch you fight.
Yeah. It's good to see you again.
Yes.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you so much.
How you feel?
You good?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hey.
There we go, man. Awesome.
It's going to draw my tear. This might have been the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
We got a hug.
I know. I'm just curious if I'm going to get a hug, though, after.
I don't know. We'll see.
He just starts sweating.
He's blushing. He's blushing now. You see, he's blushing.
I'm so bad. I'm mean. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you for tuning into the Empire Boxing Podcast. This is episode 6 with Artem and Lewis. Check him out on our next show, July 16th at the Grand Villa Casino. Don't miss it. Get your tickets. They're going hot. You don't want to sleep on this. We're almost sold out. So, and now is the time to strike. Empire Boxing Promotions signing out.
Make sure to listen, follow, and subscribe to Empire Boxing on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube.